Max, who's the most to blame for the Rams losing this?
Jared Goff. Look, I take no pleasure in saying this. Like a third of the way into the season, halfway into the season, I said, hey, Goff's an elite quarterback. He looks that way. Pretty spiral he throws, right? And so, I hate saying this about a player. I hate saying it about James Harden when a guy chokes. Jared Goff has now choked in consecutive playoff seasons because he was unimpressive in his lone playoff appearance last season. Now, he's still very young. It doesn't mean it has to be this way forever. But, guys, the moment was too big. Yes, he threw a couple could-be touchdown passes. And then, the guy didn't make the play. Receiver didn't make the play, has to do it again. And then he throws the interception. But you know what? Tom Brady basically was a game manager throughout the first three quarters. He was a very bad quarterback, actually, not even a very good game manager first three quarters. And then in the fourth quarter with the chips on the line, he was excellent. Tom Brady, we've seen throughout these playoffs, that interception against Kansas City ends the playoffs. They should have been out of that pre-snap penalty. He gets another chance. What does he do with it? Guys like Brady, or I think of Kobe Bryant or Derek Jeter, or even now Kyrie Irving, the kind of players that opponents, fans of other teams really root against because they always seem to win, right? Like, ooh, I hate him, I hate him, I hate him. Oh, see, he messed up under pressure. When that guy gets a second chance, what he's going to do with it. You just know, right? And it kills you. And Goff's the opposite of that. Goff, if something doesn't go his way and they're, okay, now let's see you do it again, he wasn't able to do it, and that was consistent through the game, especially when they needed it most. He saved his worst moment for the biggest moment. And though I hate to say it, if you have to pin it on one person, if the Rams had a better quarterback yesterday, they could have won the game.
Well, I certainly don't have your problem because I don't hate saying the truth. And the bottom line is this falls on the shoulders of Sean McVay. I understand. Well, I'm just saying. You're saying you hate to say it because of Jared Goff. You want to be nice.
Well, I hate the fact that that's the truth.
That's all I'm saying. Yeah, that's all I'm saying. I'm saying I don't hate the fact that it's the truth. It is what it is. Sean McVay, to me, is the one most culpable. Certainly Jared Goff obviously didn't perform well. You're not wrong with what you're saying, but he is 23 years of age. You knew that walking into this game. He is young. You knew that walking into this game. You do have evidence of what he looked like when he had to go to Soldier Field against the Chicago Bears. You were well aware of the fact that you're going up against Bill Belichick, who is the genius, who is the mastermind, who is going to peel from your worst moment of this particular season. And possibly, could that be a part of his game plan with 2 weeks to prepare? You're damn right it was. That's why he loaded 6 men. That's why he went to zone, even though they were playing man-to-man pretty much for most of the season. That's why 40 to 50% of the time he was in zone like Chicago was against the Los Angeles Rams. You're Sean McVay. You know this. You're the number 2 offense. You're number 2 in points. You're number 2 in yards. You're number 2 in your passing attack. You're number 3 in your rushing attack. You're the boy genius. You're the individual that a host of other teams with 8 coaching openings, at least 6 of the 8 openings were filled, or at least 5 were filled with the offensive-minded guys. Why? Because you're trying to emulate what Sean McVay brought to the equation. Again, if it was just about, a play here or a drive here or a quarter there, that would be something different. If it were about the defense per se, really folding and not getting it done, that would be different. But Wade Phillips did a phenomenal job yesterday with that Rams defense. They showed up to play, but they kept being on the field. You can't continue to stop the greatest quarterback in history in Tom Brady when you're getting no offensive production whatsoever. Play calling was predictable, which you pointed out. Todd Gurley didn't get the ball enough. C.J. Anderson, who had 3 consecutive games the last 2 of the regular season, and that first playoff game against the Dallas Cowboys, running effectively in the NFC Championship game and the Super Bowl, there were struggles. Even against New Orleans in the NFC Championship game, offensively, there were struggles. So when I look at it from that perspective, even though Jared Goff obviously could have played a hell of a lot better, what did I say going into the game? I couldn't pick this team because it wasn't Brady and all of these other things. It was the fact that a 23-year-old was about to go up against a Bill Belichick, Brian Flores defense. And what was Sean McVay going to come up with? And the answer was absolutely nothing.
Yeah, I'm going to have to go with Sean McVay, and here's why. How many times when we talk about the Patriots where we talk about how they make you play left-handed, how they like to take away the things that you do well and make you go to things that maybe you're less comfortable with. Okay, football is a chess game. And so within that chess game, you got to be able to make adjustments. You got to be able to make moves to counter the opposition's move. And you see, and that's what makes Bill Belichick so great is the in-game adjustments. Well, we didn't see that from Sean McVay, okay? We saw the Patriots shut down the Rams' rushing attack. The Rams love to run the ball first and foremost, and then off of the run, they love the play-action pass. Well, guess what? New England shut that down and clearly put the ball in Jared Goff's hands to make him become maybe more of a drop-back type quarterback, which he definitely wasn't comfortable with. So during the game, I'm watching, looking to see, okay, Sean McVay, you're the boy genius here. What adjustments are you going to make to what the Patriots are doing to take away the run game and the play-action pass game? And there was no adjustment going on by Sean McVay, okay? Like Stephen A. talked about it. The league is trying to emulate Sean McVay. Why? Because he's supposed to be the boy genius, the offensive wizard. Well, we didn't see the offensive wizardry by Sean McVay in the Super Bowl.
All right, I agree. He got out-coached by Belichick. But you have to ask, who are you being compared to? Was Sean McVay bad, or was he out-coached by the greatest coach by far in the history of American team sports? That doesn't mean the loss is on you.
Hold on. Max, hold
Stephen
on.
A. Hold
on. Max, here's my point.
I just want to ask you a question.
The essence of a great coach is putting your players in positions to be successful. I'm not saying that Sean McVay is on Bill Belichick's level, because he's not. There's no Bill Belichick's walking around here.
But that's what I'm saying. If you're playing chess.
What I wanted to see from Sean McVay was, okay, let's pivot from what we like to do best.
I understand what you're saying.
To put our players in positions to win.
And had he done that, he'd have been a better coach, and maybe his team would have had a better chance to win. But when you're playing chess, you're not playing in a vacuum. You're playing against your opponent. He was playing chess against Gary Kasparov, like the greatest chess player, against Bobby Fischer. He's playing chess against the greatest chess master of all time.